the events. You go to start event. I could maybe join on my. Should I go live on TikTok or Instagram? On my phone.
Say Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Is it going?
Yeah.
That's all I need to do. It's not going to be popping.
No, go into click on it. You should be able to click into it and open up like a page, but there you go. Get an Instagram going. Horrendous. I think I have a phone holder. I actually do have a phone holder. I'm gonna grab that, guys. So chill out one sec. It's in here. It's in this one actually. There it is. We got like 10 devices set up here, so yeah. I think our mics are on everything, so except Discord. Are you not live on Discord? You go in there. Start the stage.
It's only made one.
Altura live whitelist. So. Okay, let's go live on there. And you'll just come on there. Allow. Boom. How do I make that full? I don't know how to make you. I don't know how to make it like bigger. I don't know if you can figure that out, but let me prop my phone up here. All right, so we got some time to kill. Start freestyling.
Yes, sir.
Let me get this back there. That might be better.
I don't know why the camera's black.
Push it back as far as we can go. There we go. Feel like quadruple stream. Now I gotta get on this hotel internet. All right. You made coffee?
Yeah.
It's like a shot of coffee. So
I only made 1 cup, so I have shared it with you.
I don't have like a script or anything ready for today, but
No, we're just talking.
2 and 16. Yeah, we're just gonna give people in Discord. Obviously, they're gonna be joining this closer, but once again, another thing that other projects aren't doing is having their founders go live the day of. They're just hiding behind a profile picture. They're just kind of covering their identity up, right? So they can prepare to rug pull you or whatever these projects do nowadays. We're actually going live. We're showing our faces. We posting this on our actual social media. So this is your time to get in, get any questions you want answered, and get ready to mint. We're obviously going to be here in support to our moderation team and anybody else. If you guys have questions about the actual drop itself, the link should be and if you're whitelisted, you should see a link inside of the whitelist chat that takes you into the countdown. And obviously, it's not going live yet, so we're just gonna be here, otherwise hanging out and answering questions. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna try to rig up my laptop to my speaker, and I can play music in the back.
That's a good idea. I have my phone too.
It's like a mix.
Yeah, drop some questions in the chat. We're here open. We're live on Discord, Instagram, Rumble, and where else are we live on?
Well, we're live. It's not tracking everything, but we're live on Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, YouTube, X, basically everywhere. I can't tell the exact numbers because a lot of these platforms don't give me the number. It doesn't show it, so I don't really know who's listening or who isn't, but we do see the chat. So yeah, this is also going to be recorded for anybody that is not here in real time. Of course, I didn't have it on pairing. Make sure my phone's. All right, let me Okay, we got 4 people in Rumble right now. We're joining. Okay. Obviously, everybody's going to join in like the last 2 minutes, but you can start checking out the website. If you guys have questions, let us know. Obviously, we've had a lot of stuff going on recently in terms of collaborations. We're giving out those NFTs. So if you guys want a free NFT, if you want a free token, then go set up a collaboration. It's as easy as go on Twitter or X or just join another project off nftcalendar.com or .io. Find a project like ours. I mean, there's not really a project exactly like ours. That's kind of the whole point. But another NFT group that has a community, ask them if they want to trade, spots for spots, and we'll work together. We'll do an official kind of partnership, and you guys will get a token just for getting that connection open for us. So just let us know if you have that opportunity, and we'd love to reward you guys for that. If you've already done, a collaboration or helped us set up, you can set up another one in the future too, and we'll just keep giving you NFTs. I think we have 20 available. We have 14 that are done right now at this point. So
yep, 20 available, 14 slots have already been taken, so that means there's 6 left. But yeah, it's like Caleb said, it's as easy as just hopping in. My strategy has just been I find one on Discord's Discover feature that's similar in the crypto space, NFTs. I'll find it, and then I'll actually, after I send them a message, usually open a ticket or message the developer. And after I do that, I'll go in their collabs tab and just see who else they've collaborated with. And if it's not somebody that's already in ours, I just send messages, and then I just repeat that process. And that's how we've gotten the 14 so far. Super simple. If you're successful, I mean, it takes like 2 minutes just to find somebody and send a message. So you could, I mean, if it goes well, you potentially could be doing, 2 minutes of your time for whatever 0.06 of Ethereum of NFT is worth right now.
Yeah. I mean, just think about the exponential growth. You don't just, let's say we take our NFT, right, in the public phase, we're going to start selling them around 0.1 Ethereum, right? So it might cost almost double what you're buying it for today. So let's say you double your money on the price of the NFT going up, and then Ethereum goes from 4,000 to 5,000 bucks. So you get 100% gain, and then you get an additional 20% gain on top of that. You don't see that. That's not even like realistic in any realm of the stock market. You're not going to get that for years. You'd have to invest your money for 8 years at a time to maybe hit that. So this could happen, in the span of a few weeks, right, to a month or two. So if you invest now, if you actually show your belief, this is the opportunity to do so. We're not going to have too many tokens available. There's 120 remaining out of the 200 already from what we've done with the pre-sale. So they're going to go quickly. We're going to be here for about an hour after we set it live here just to answer questions and make sure everyone's getting in all right. And then the holders, as we said before, get into Discord, verify your NFTs, and we have those private channels that once you verify that you have it in your wallet, you can start chatting with other people that bought it. And tomorrow we're going to do a sit down with you guys and talk about the vision forward, since you guys are going to have a huge role in that. Obviously the art is the biggest thing that they have to finalize. So
yeah, that's pretty much it. I was about to shout out Christian Pittman and Mizo for hopping on Rumble. I can see you guys there. Somebody else joined on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, so obviously that's why the token looks like the kind of blank operator. You can see it right here. It's kind of like it's like a locked character, right? Because we have mock-ups of the art itself, but the actual whitelist, the people that buy today and over the next couple days until this closes within a few hours that we have set, you guys are going to get to be the ones that design this artwork. So again, huge benefit. You get to put your name on what's going to be the next Silicon Valley member access. So it's I can't even express how excited I am to have all of this up to today put together. And we've tested everything. The mint's working perfectly. The website's working perfectly. Manifold itself, you guys are, if you know Beeple, any of those big creators out in the space, a lot of these huge projects went through Manifold. It's the best, most secure blockchain minting system on the market. So I don't foresee any issues with you guys getting your tokens minted into your wallet. It should immediately be showing up as soon as you hit buy and you finish the transaction. And there's probably about 20 different ways you can get the cryptocurrency. It'll walk you through. So don't stress if you're not like versed in this. You can use a bunch of different payment processors. If you have questions, open a ticket or just that's going to be the quickest way. Open a ticket. Don't DM either of us because we're probably not going to see it. Try to open a ticket, and then myself, him, or somebody that's on the team can actually like walk you in real time through, make sure we're successful with it. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, during the stream, we're probably not going to be super active in the chats or tickets, like you said. But yeah, anything you guys open, we're going to be. This is the most active time for us. Is now through 96 hours that whitelist slots are open. So we'll be in there for sure, helping you guys out. But yeah, back on the development of the art, it's going to be super sweet. Right now, if you've been a member of the Discord community, so far we've had quite a few things that Caleb's dropped for us to vote on as a community, and that's one of the coolest parts about what we do is that after we've once that $1 million at least pot of funding comes in to start developing your guys' small business ideas. The goal is we model what we're doing now and voting on things like the artwork, things like where we're going to spend money on ad spend. You dropped one that was like, what do you guys think is the most effective place to be dropping money on ad spend right now? Just tons of these little things that are representative of down the line when you guys actually have a say in what the money is going to be going into to start investing in, which in turn gives you the access to that idea down the line once it's developed. So super sweet there. But yeah, the artwork's looking sick so far from what the developer sent us. I don't know what you had to say about that, but
it's so again we'll introduce the artist to the people that are holders, but this artist has, just to clarify, right, we said Netflix tied in. They designed an NFT collection that represents a Netflix show that is currently on the, I've actually watched part of it myself, but it's that artist was partnered by the actual organizers of the show to design an NFT collection because of it, and they have insanely good art. This is not even like you took it. Look at Bored Apes. You look at CryptoPunks. These like pixelated images. Not sure that's an art style, but this blows anything that's on the market out of the water. And you're going to get to have your say in picking out the specific traits, what pins, what types of like helmets, clothing items, and all that are available by these characters. And our artist is really good, really communicative, and on their game. So it's gonna be exciting just to get to put your name. We're gonna have probably a list of the people that had significant contribution come out. We'll try to throw something your way for that, but yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of vision of what I think the tokens would look like. We obviously seen that like helmeted figure of wearing the suit, the business attire, maybe something like this with just like a helmet on. At the end of the day, it's supposed to represent anybody being able to be one of those members. So if you see yourself in the project, right, that could be you underneath. And I don't know. There's other projects like Pudgy Penguins and stuff that do like merchandise and stuff like that. We can find a way to work in apparel and hoodies and all the stuff at some point. But obviously, the main driving value is getting you guys money for your business, getting you the education to get there, getting you guys real world subscriptions, softwares, tools that you can go out next week and start building a company from the ground up. And instead of this time having to save your money up from your job or your allowance or your rainy day fund, you can actually get that opportunity without having to pay an additional dime right here in Altura. And that's our main driving point. But we're going to be a whole enterprise. We're going to be a whole culture at some point soon too. So be ready for that if that's exciting to you at all. What do you see? What are you kind of most excited for? Otherwise, what would you say?
I'm most excited to see. Well, this I won't even talk like benefits of holdership right now, but I think it's really cool for me to see the culmination at this point. This is only the beginning. Like don't get it twisted. This isn't the end all be all. This is only the beginning, but the culmination of effort that we put in, the people that are OGs in our chats. I know Mimi's been with us for a while. Mizo, the first one that joined on Rumble. It's so cool to see like the effort y'all have put into collaborations, into developing Discord, into moderating, and even like in past projects that are still in development that Caleb and I have worked on, that Caleb's been developing for a long time. I'm excited to see, this to finally kind of come to fruition as the first run of what we're getting accomplished here. So I think it's cool to see what people have put together finally come to fruition. That's my thing.
I think that the most exciting part is going to be different for everybody. There's going to be some people that join and specifically want, I don't know, $500 worth of software subscriptions that they'd be paying out of pocket that you couldn't afford otherwise. The best editing software on the market, the Adobe Cloud package, whatever we decide to buy as a community. Or there's other people that just want the network. They just want to find like people that they could work with, starting a business, a project of their own, and benefiting in the real world. So you get this combination of different mindsets and approaches. And so if someone's really good at networking, right, they are that person that loves networking, and you're the person that loves building infrastructure, you just potentially found your business partner from an investment that you might have bought for a different reason, right? Maybe you didn't expect to find the people to come in and do that with. You just wanted some way to learn and get access to courses and content like that. But you also just found the people to actually implement that with you too, which is invaluable in a lot of ways. So you get to take different things out of it at different times, and that's going to be, in my opinion, one of the coolest parts. Because we don't always need the same things, right? Like you might need a subscription for something, and that same day I might be thinking, gosh, I really wish I knew how to solve this problem, and we're focused on two different issues. But ideally, that's what you do as a business partnership or partners, is you both are focused on your own realm, right, of operation. You come together and you put it together and you have a business that functions smoothly. We don't work on the same things every day, but you kind of have to have that, right, to have smooth flow. And you need different types of people and personalities coming together to make it happen.
Yeah. The cool part about it too is that there is something for everybody. It feels like, and by everybody I mean like people that are like-minded in the sense of entrepreneurship and their understanding of trying to take an alternate route from what the average lifestyle looks like. Like right now, I personally, a lot of people experience the same thing. Like I work a job that I don't necessarily see myself doing for the rest of my life. But it's cool because people, through projects like Altura, people are finally getting a chance to do something that normal people otherwise wouldn't have. And that's like the main point, is that having a community of people that think the same, that are doing similar things, no matter what it is you need in the moment, if it's like funding or if it's ideas or if it's mentorship, resources, tools, networking opportunities, just knowing people. Altura is going to be huge for that. It already is, honestly. Like there's people that we were just talking to some dude outside our hotel today just about the idea, and it's cool to hear it, and then also start seeing it kind of come into play. But something for everybody, and it also, the success of it depends on the efforts of the group, not just on any individual. So that's pretty cool too, to be a part of something bigger than yourself.
Man, this is part of it doesn't feel real yet because it isn't real, right? It isn't. We haven't gone out and funded businesses yet. We didn't fund the next Netflix, the next Uber, the next ChatGPT yet, but we're about to, which is why this is all this excitement. It's like kind of like something significant happening in your life, right? It hasn't processed in even my own perception, right? That this is about to happen, and it's going to be so crazy to look back in a few months and be like, we've already funded a couple dozen businesses, right, that are now making money, getting off the ground that wouldn't have existed otherwise. In my opinion, as a man, as a hardworking person on this earth, that's one of the most rewarding things you can do, is create something from nothing. And if we have the opportunity to give you guys what you need to go out and do that, that's the most rewarding thing ever. And I was talking to him earlier. It's like, you get the question, is this just like a rug pull like anything else? I'm like, well, what would I do, right? Like, what would we do if this was like, if there's no greater reward in life to be able to go out and inspire people and create reality, right, in your own vision. And the people that like sell out, I can't find the respect for those people, just because you're choosing that, once again, that temporary pleasure over something bigger than your own vision. And so I've obviously invested my own money, thousands of my own dollars into this. My family has contributed toward this. I have people in my immediate, like, extended family and my friend group that are putting their own money into this project. And so, of course, I can't rug pull it. How am I going to show my face to my family ever again and stuff like that? You kind of need that circle, right? Because your circle has to be the people that believe in you. Anthony and I have known each other a long time, and like we wouldn't we wouldn't be able to trust each other if we came through it and we stabbed each other in the back. But then you have these other teams of founders that don't know each other. They meet online. They can't trust one another, and simply because of that, it's ironic because that's the whole point Altura is going to exist anyway, to be able to have people that you can show your token to, be verified as a member, and say, hey, we can actually follow this idea through to execution, and know that we're going to have each other's back when you get into the positions leading up to us sitting in this hotel room where we don't know how to write the smart contract out. We have to set up the legal structure, all that stuff. When you trust people, when you know that people will actually do what they say they're going to do, and you believe in that 100%, you can be sitting in a hotel room just like this, launching your own idea, or coming on our podcast and getting funding for your business. And that's pretty damn sweet, in my opinion. I don't know either.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet. It's just a whole level of opportunity becomes unlocked when, like, instead of just letting ideas kind of just come to you, fester, and then leave, and because of whatever it is, fear, inability to act, and I don't really think there's a complete inability to act 100% for most people. Usually, it just comes down to something that you don't really want to figure out or push through. So for that reason, we're good. We're good for that as well too. People in the chat's always talking through ideas, things like that. Caleb and I are always active as well, just handling tickets, handling people's requests. But it's cool to finally have found something. Well, really to develop something. But for people out there, you guys watching, to have found something where you don't have to just sit back and think to yourself, well, this could be a great idea that I've had. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. I just don't really know how to start, or where to find the tools, or where to find the money for this. But traditionally, you would have had to put on a suit and tie, go talk to some sort of board of investors that is going to take some large percentage of your company anyways. Or I know Caleb's been through that, I'm pretty sure. But or go through some bank that's going to charge you a crazy interest rate. It's like, we're just regular dudes too. Like, we work jobs. We're doing this to try and create a better life for a community of people, to create opportunity. And so, I think it's a little different when it comes from people that have been there, that are currently on the progression up, to act, in accordance with what we actually are, and not just like gurus talking down, like most of the courses and things you'll see online where people are like, buy my thing, it'll make you money instantly. It's not really true, and we're not guaranteeing that either. It's just that we can guarantee that the effort we're putting into developing opportunity for you is there, and it's backed by things like Caleb's family invested in this, my friends invested in this. Hours of sleepless nights, or honestly, like, times when I don't get to see my wife for more than like 30 minutes a day because we're working on this project together. It's like, all that I don't know. It's being made possible for young entrepreneurs who otherwise wouldn't have had that opportunity to execute. That's what Altura is all about, and it's going to be sweet. So, man, this is your entry ticket, man. It's in 30 minutes, or not even 30 minutes, 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
It's been flying. It feels like a whirlwind, or like you're just kind of speeding through. And again, I want to be very clear about this, right? We're not selling 8,000 tokens right now. You don't have the opportunity to buy all of Altura's tokens. The value is going to go up because we're going to list it for a more expensive price, and supply and demand, right? Eventually, as more people keep driving in, as we hit 10,000 followers and we only have 8,000 tokens, that's going to create demand. But then we hit 50,000, 100,000, and there's still only 8,000 tokens. The price is going to go up because people are going to be fighting each other to get into this program. Once we start funding businesses, once we start pushing capital out, once we start giving you guys $1,000 a month of free subscriptions to get off the ground in a company, people are going to pay, a few $100 minimum for that, right? Because the value is just transparently clear to them. And so I'm giving you guys the opportunity to walk in. We've only put 200 out. 80 of them are already pre-sold, so there's only 120 you're going to see available in the next few minutes, and they might just fly off because once they're gone, right, you know that value is going to increase. And this is me opening the door saying, hey, you can come in and purchase it. You might miss the chance, which stinks because you're going to have to pay more money guaranteed to get an insane amount of benefit. But that's the price you pay for waiting. And so I'm rewarding the people that have the early belief and choose to follow through on that. Our light just went out. Let me plug this back in. But
And turn this one brighter too if you like.
no, you're good.
Cool. Let's see. I think we had a few more people join too. Shout out to y'all for joining. I think I got a couple on Discord. Yeah. Start dropping in the chats, you guys. Get active for real. We're happy to respond.
We have the craziest setup in this hotel room. We have laptop, 2 iPads, a phone, 2 panel lights. It's crazy. It's 6:25. This is little nerve wracking, but
yeah. Caleb was just talking numbers a second ago too. As I looked like 10 minutes ago, I think we're at like 200 here. Light goes out again.
I think
it's look again. So the Discord's got 276 members. I don't even think the people on Caleb's family list or friends that have verbally committed are on that list either. And there's already 80 pre-sold, 120 left. So he's already talking, down the line when there's like 8,000 NFTs, 10,000, people interested. We're already seeing that now in the pre-sale. And this is honestly partially why we're doing the pre-sale thing is because we're rewarding people who buy into the vision early. So there's really no better time to be buying than right now, especially with the historical trends that we see with crypto prices going up towards the end of the year. That's about to start. So now's your time. It's pretty much, obviously I'm no financial advisor, but that's pretty much guaranteed return.
You can talk the news too. Like the U.S. government just shut down at the end of last night. So people's faith in these centralized systems is declining, and they're looking for not only just systems, but payment, like ways to store everything that they've worked for in payment structures that are financial systems that aren't centralized by one government, right? And you saw the Ethereum shoot up 5% just today because of the shutdown, where people's faith is looking for alternative opportunity to store their wealth and their money. Bitcoin's going to become the solution because it's mathematically certain, right? 21 million Bitcoin. We don't know how many US dollars are going to exist next year. That's going to drive, when Bitcoin continues to increase in value by 30-40% in the next couple months here. You guys are going to wish you were invested in that, but also the things that could achieve insane potential around that, like Altura and NFTs and altcoins. And again, the person that gets the last laugh is the person that was willing to get laughed at to begin with, be in the room when nobody else was there. And this is that chance. Again, we're opening the door for you. You don't have to take it. You can wait, but I'm going to guarantee you're going to pay more money and get less of a insanely high ROI if you are even fast enough to get one in future mints too. So take that risk yourself, or take action and decide that you're going to commit to something for once and drive value into your own life, because this is the opportunity to do so. I've painted out the value many times over. The website's obviously attached on Rumble and all the other platforms. If you're in the Discord, you already know where the website is. On Instagram, it's in my bio. But go read the white paper, read the actual breakdown and the timeline so you can see when things are going to happen, not just the vague, buy our token will make you money like every other project, but the actual numbers and math behind it. And you realize that you're guaranteed, a favorable position when you enter into something like this. We got 2 minutes left. So if anybody has any other questions, just drop them in the chat. Our moderators are here, but pull up the website, and I have it up right here. I'm just making sure that it goes live all right. And I'll obviously be here. If we have any technical issues in the next few minutes, I'll be willing to I'll be here and able to adjust those or open up access or anything. But everybody that's in our community should be whitelisted right now. I think they should have that status if you've been active. And other than that, we gotta do the final countdown. We still got about 90 seconds left. So make sure you actually have a secure crypto wallet is the other thing. Like, I would recommend MetaMask, Coinbase are probably the best two. You could use Phantom, I think, stores NFTs now. Those are kind of your big key player wallets. If you guys don't have a crypto wallet, just message us, open a ticket. We can show you how to create one or start that up. If you want to buy, you just don't know how, or we can find a way we can just send you the token. You guys can pay us externally. We can just send you a payment link. It doesn't have to be officially on the blockchain. We'll get you the NFT either way. So if you really need help or you don't know how to figure it out, just don't hesitate to reach out. You figuring out how to press the buttons on your computer shouldn't be the thing that limits you back from the craziest ROI opportunity of your life. So many of us miss Bitcoin, and we're still salty about that, I guess. But
I'm paying a 15,000% upsell to be into Bitcoin now. Yeah,
15,000%. That's crazy
from its original price.
Well, if you look at CryptoPunks, they're $200,000 and they sold for 200. So that's 1,000x return, which times 100% is 15. It's like 150,000 or something like that percent return. So you would have gotten the same thing buying CryptoPunks, if not more. So this is the next opportunity to hit that potential, and the doors open in 5 seconds. So I'm gonna refresh the website. 3, 2, 1. It should be open officially for everybody to mint. You can go ahead. The button is open, and anybody that wants to go ahead, the time starts now. 120 remain. Other than that, in Discord, if you're in the general chat, that's where we're going to see things the best if you don't just go ahead and open a support ticket. But I don't know if this updates in real time. I'll have to check it later. But do you, Anthony, have any do you have any other words you think that people need to know if they're on the fence right now about whether or not this is an opportunity for them?
Man, if you're on the fence,
I'm turning this light on.
Yeah, it's just, this represents another opportunity. Oh, there we go. This just represents an opportunity. Like, is it do or die for you whether or not you're a holder of Altura? Right now, probably not. But the thing is that there's been many times, and we talked about this in a previous podcast, where like everybody just thinks the people who found themselves coming upon a 100x, a 10x opportunity just got so lucky. But the truth is, like, they're just willing to take the risk, or they're just willing to, not even that, like, they can see the overall vision for what the risk for the 10x opportunity, for what it's going to achieve. And if you know anything, if you're new, it might be a little more difficult to understand, but if you've been in our Discord, if you've been tuning into the live streams Caleb does, for the last week, every single night, if you know anything about what Altura does, the value is not in the NFT itself. The value, and this is why we're different, the value is in the benefits of being a holder of the NFT. It's access to a funding pool to start your own startup. It's access to the resources that are going to be, because as a byproduct of people creating startups through Altura's funds, Altura owns a percentage of that company, which therefore means the Altura holders get access to what that company has to offer. Let's say the next Opus Clip, a lot of people probably don't know what that is, but let's say the next Netflix comes out, some crazy tech idea that comes out. Every holder of Altura gets free access to that resource. Networking too. That's another thing I'm super excited for, is like things like, this is the first official one, I guess you could call it, where it's just me and Caleb coming to do a stream for you guys during the mint. But one day it's going to be, we envision packed out facilities where there's people speaking, there's opportunities to meet people, booths, things like that.
I think they have like event halls at this hotel in Dallas. So like, It could be just us doing what we're doing right now, but instead of getting on a stream, you guys are just in the city, and we walk downstairs and we get in an event hall together, and we start talking through the education. We start talking through the next 1,000x opportunity and giving the people that are holders the exclusive right to go buy into that. We do the same thing after we deliver the promise that we're initially showing you guys right here. After you guys make 1,000x on this and be set for your next generational wealth, we're going to show you the next opportunities after that too, but only once we deliver the first ones. And I want you guys to see the value and take the biggest risk on the front end, and then obviously have everything delivered for you because you took that risk, that leap of faith, I guess. And it shouldn't have to be scary after that, because you've already taken the biggest chance of your life. I don't even call it a biggest chance of your life, because at the end of the day, I'd say the $200 to $300 for most people, right? You might get hit with a speeding ticket. You might get hit with something crazy you got to pay anyway. Car insurance could cost more than that. Is this really going to set you back for a lifetime if it didn't turn out to be everything that we're promising it to be? If you really got, the worst case scenario, you have an asset you could sell for more money or even the same amount you bought it for. So it doesn't really, to me, we're wording it like worst case, but I don't really see how anybody could lose getting into this project. As long as we keep coming back every day like we're doing right here, driving more people in, driving the demand up and selling these, there's not really a way anybody could lose just buying now, especially with the lowest price we're going to have on the market.
Yeah. Right before a spike in Ethereum as well. I think we saw you said 5% today.
Yeah, and you could do nothing. Like nothing could change in the price, but 0.06 Ethereum that you're buying it for today, if that stayed the price, but Ethereum goes up, you just made money because Ethereum went up. So you get to hold two assets at the same time. You get to hold Ethereum and you get to hold the NFT, which is why you make so much more money than just holding a single asset like Bitcoin or Ethereum alone, right? So we're gonna have by the end of today, we're gonna have probably be looking at 200-ish NFTs on OpenSea that'll be tradable. A lot of them could just be I'm sure most people aren't going to go sell their NFTs, but it's just going to be listed on OpenSea, showed as minted, but not available for sale. If you guys decide to go list them for sale, I'm sure they'll be the only ones that are available. So of course there'll be some upside there, but I really encourage you guys to either get two if you're going to do that, so you can still access the benefits. And not this would be like buying Bitcoin when Bitcoin launched for 12 cents and then selling it for 15 and being like, oh my God, I made all this money. Yeah. Why not hold Bitcoin? Like have some Bitcoin you hold for 10 years and some you hold for 10, days and see what the payoff is going to be on both of those. Because otherwise you're cutting off your potential. So, yeah. Other than that, this is it's like an overwhelming and underwhelming experience because we launched this, right? So now it's up to you guys. We've done everything we can do. The holders that buy it tomorrow, we're going to meet with you guys around this time tomorrow. I'll put out more of an announcement in the chat, but we're just going to go through real quickly and say these are exactly what to expect, the timelines for everything that we said we're going to deliver to you guys. And then we're going to get your input and start working on the artwork already. For those of you that aren't in, you're not going to get that sort of access, but we will give you information about how the mint's going to move forward from that point. And then obviously for us tonight, there's nothing else we can do. So we'll just be active in the chats to answer any questions or concerns that you guys have.
Yeah, we'll be grinding on tickets. Any questions you guys have coming in about how to get the NFTs, questions about how to join the Discord. We get stuff like that anyways, but planning on being super active in the chats this evening especially. So
it's that's the one thing that's hard about launching an NFT project when it's not like the hottest thing in the market, is because people forget how to do this. You don't know how to mint an NFT, how to verify your status. Some people have never done this, so because it's an off season and because a lot of people are new, we're expecting questions. Our mod team is great. Mimi is our Elvin. He's our chief moderator. So just reach out to anybody with the Altura, / tag that has the moderator gold role on Discord, and they'll be able to answer your questions. I will personally try to help as much as I can too. But I really want to give the most attention to people that are holders now moving forward, so that way I can actually start delivering. And again, minimizing the gap between you taking the leap of faith and it starting to pay off. I want to deliver value as fast as we can for you guys in particular. But everybody else is still in the Altura family. You're not going to get the exclusive opportunities, but there's still a lot to get out of being a follower of the podcast. Some of the other projects will start later on. We're not gonna explain those in full detail if you're not a holder, but you'll see those on the back end if you're outside the community. But
yeah, it's you asked me a lot what I'm the most excited for, but some of those things how we can't even really talk about right now, just because they're ideas in development. But it's not even going to be it's not even really for just people that are watching or just in the Discord. It's for the holders, and their input's going to go into a lot of what we do with that kind of thing. So in a way, we're kind of concealing that just so it means more for the holders once they get in. They get, it's not necessarily a surprise because they know things are in development, but it's going to be super sweet. yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I won't, because you already said we're not exactly gonna give all the details, but
And yeah, I like manifestation, which is painting it real in my head, but that doesn't when you start saying things out loud, especially before they're real, you kind of get that, like, in my mind, I call it like that mental masturbation of like getting the effect of it without actually doing the work. And there's a lot of people in the world that just talk, right? They just say, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm starting this company. Do they actually finish setting it up? Do they actually start selling to people in the DMs? No, because they did the easy part. When the hard part came around, they already got the pleasure and the social reputation of saying, I'm an entrepreneur in my bio, but I didn't do any work to actually deliver. So sure, I could tell you guys what we're going to be working on. The holders are going to know. You guys are already going to be in the loop. But to everybody outside that hasn't proved their commitment, that's not in that circle yet, I'm just going to wait, because I want to focus on delivering what we already said we're going to do. And although I could go on all day and like, I could probably 10x the value that I've already explained by telling you some of those thoughts and projects that we want to have in the works. You're not going to find out yet unless you're a holder. And even if you are a holder, let's just take it one step at a time. Finish every check mark so I can come back and proudly say, you got the community, you got the funding, businesses are starting up, meetups are planned, all of that stuff, and then we can talk about ways to insanely make you money, like having a Bitcoin level opportunity from 2008 every single week handed out to you. And again, we both know what one of those opportunities is right now that we're probably going to be going with, but we want you guys to test the belief, right? Because that token, when you show the token, it's not just saying I spent $200 to $300. It's saying I was willing to believe in something, and therefore I get access to a chat because I can take the leap of faith. We both jumped off that 10-meter jump back at the academy. You had to jump off a 10-meter jump into the pool, which is scary, but the only way to do it is just walking off the platform and sending it and saying, I might belly flop. This might, shatter a rib if I land wrong, but oh well, that's the risk I take to get done what I need to do to finish the mission. I'm a firm believer in that. I don't think you can't be somebody that doesn't execute a mission at some point and make it high in the military or be a successful person in the military. So I think that transfers.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, military or not military, civilian life's the same. It's like talk is cheap. I mean, people love to. Yeah, I love the way you say mental masturbation. I think about that all the time too. Honestly, I fall victim to that. I do it myself. In like my fitness endeavors, like I'll say, like, yeah, it's classic. It's like early in the morning, you don't want to be at the gym or do your cardio, and I'm like, yeah, I got time later today, I'll do it. And then your brain actually doesn't really know the difference between like saying you're going to do it and actually doing it. You already get that rush where it's like, yeah, your brain thinks in a way that you've already done the thing and you never actually do it, so therefore you don't gain the benefit from doing it. But
Right.
yeah, that's the worst. It's one of my biggest. Like I try to avoid it at all costs. Right, it's just saying I'm going to do this thing and then never doing it. So it also means more like what to have just not try to outwardly make it known like what I'm accomplishing or what the community is accomplishing, and just actually do the work and let the work speak for itself. Yeah, I've always appreciated that more than when I talked it up a lot and then actually did something.
And I think it's okay to talk about it, but talk about it only to yourself, right? And a lot of times that's just what manifestation is. It only stops becoming manifestation when you like only talk about it to other people and the why too. Are you doing it to get validation, or are you actually doing it to clarify your idea? Too many of us are too egotistical, right? And we say we're doing it to be like, oh yeah, I'm just saying it to get clarity on what I'm going for, and it just helps me think it through out loud. But really, we're just talking about what we want to do because we want people to be like, oh, he's got so much going on. He's such a cool person, and we want that like boost in our ego, and that's fine. That's human. But does it actually, like, when the times get hard, when the lights shut down, and when you're back by yourself, do you actually want to execute? No, because the validation already came in. Now all that's in front of you is empty hard work, and that doesn't feel as rewarding as if you're like, I'm gonna go show the world the effects of this, and let that be my big entry onto the stage. That's kind of Altura, right? Like, we've talked about it a lot, but we've only talked about things we've already had the infrastructure set up for and have been executing. We're not going to talk about the next 1,000x opportunity, but we're talking about things that quite literally I've showed you the screenshots. You could go on our website and there's going to be the back end with a login and everything to get the education access, to get the subscriptions, and that's already in the works. So we've been developing that and I expect it to come out as one of the first, announcements or launches that we have. So be ready for that, and understand that we're not saying this just to make ourselves look good, but we've actually, unlike other projects, executed first. Because otherwise, why would you tell the outside world your plans militarily, right? If you're giving up your advantage, your strategic advantage, we want to be able to let everybody that's going to benefit from this show their belief, so we know we have a strong community, and buy at a low price where everybody then can benefit when the rest of the world who needs the extra proof, who needs the extra buttering of their biscuit or whatever to show that these guys are finally credible to come in and invest. And then you guys get the potential because you were willing to trust us. And that's a hard thing. Trust is such a hard thing in 2025. I feel like it's very far and few in between.
Yeah, I mean, especially in an industry or a scene like Altura exists. I mean, it's like so many people got burned in the last like 4 years from the last time NFTs were popular, and now it's just turned into meme coins rather. I mean, anybody can go mint their own meme coin and just start rug pulling anybody. You see a lot of people doing it just as like a publicity stunt. Things get popular, and whoever happened to own 80% of that meme coin just happens to pull out. So those are just some examples, but it is difficult to trust in people, and that's why we are working so hard to like show our faces, to both travel many hours today to meet in person, so we can present it to you guys in a way that's like we're giving you our all, we're giving the community everything we possibly can, and like, we've done all that we can up to this point. There's a lot of work to be done, but to try and really show you guys that it's not just a make money quick scheme for the holders, for us, for anybody. This is a project with 100 years of vision behind it. Of what kind of seeds are we going to plant today that outlast how long I even live? That one day the fruits of my labor from today can be passed down to my the generations that come from my lineage down the line. That's the way I think about it.
When we made the analogy before of like, you don't want somebody leading you that's like seems so distant. They seem like you have to worship them or like a god, right? I feel like that's the only issue that like Alex Hormozy and Iman Gadji have, is they have so many more millions of dollars, and I mean most people don't have $1 million, so they have so much more like percentile of money than these people, that when Iman says like his average advice, right, it's like it doesn't apply because he's been gone from that type of mindset and grind for so long. He forgets, like same with Alex Hormozy, he kind of forgets what it's like to be in that position. Their advice becomes less relevant as they make more money because it gets further. It's like me giving advice to a 4-year-old and being like, when I was 4, this is what I was doing. I don't really remember it because I'm not 5, right? I didn't just live that experience. And so we're just regular people that happen to be grinding on our own businesses the rest of the time. And like, I'm not coming to you guys as some sort of God figure, right? I've been in business. I've started multiple businesses, and I've happened to just get lucky and be good at what I do enough, and thankfully be smart enough that I know I can figure the problems out. It's how we've honestly been able to do this today, be on a stream. But to think that like we have just the right to be able to say this is how it is, it doesn't make sense. And so the people that pretend to be fake gurus, and like we're talking about the guy holding a laptop in one hand, the espresso martini with a cigar in his mouth, the people that fake that, like the people that are 19-year-old millionaires usually aren't. And I want you to know that we're no different from you guys. I've spent hundreds of dollars just setting this up this weekend to be able to come out and do this mint event that I have to pay off on a credit card if this flops. I'm taking risk on. I've spent thousands of dollars getting art stuff, getting advertising, running ad campaigns to get people into the Discord, even figuring out how to get the smart contract up. All of that's cost me money that I'm left paying off, right? And it's kind of screwed over a bit if it doesn't work. So I've had to put my faith before anything else. And it's what you have to do. And so at the end of the day, like, I'm not asking you for a crazy amount. I'm just asking you to follow in my footsteps. And together, if enough of us do that, businesses are going to get funded. The world's going to change. And I like that fuck you mindset of like coming back out, and Forbes recognizes Altura and all of its founding members and founding fathers. That could be you tonight, saying, hey, I actually played a role in this. And I didn't have to have $1 billion or a certain last name to make it out. which I think most people have that misconception nowadays because it seems like that's the only way to win.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely what's pushed, and I think that's almost systemic. It's almost on purpose, but it's what it's going to take is people like us, people in the Discord, people that are joining the movement. It's really what it is. It's a movement. I mean, we were talking about that earlier today. You get a little bit of motion, it kind of starts to compound and it moves and moves. And next thing you know, we got we had like 140 members last week. We're at 273 today that are interested just from watching content that Caleb's put out about what it is we do at Altura. It's truly opportunity exists and it exists out there. The thing is, like we talked about earlier, trust. It's like you gotta be able to recognize what is truly an opportunity for you and what is not anymore. And I think it's honestly not a bad time to be alive where it's pretty clear at this point what's a scam and what's not. People used to be able to get away with, I still get spam texts from like the Philippines that are like, click this if you want to secure a $75,000 loan at. I'm like, dude, that's not even funny. It's not like at the very
it's
least,
a little funny.
at least try and make it comical. But, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity being presented to you. And this is, like you said, there's so much more that goes into it than you guys could ever even know, unless you become a holder, and then we'll tell you everything about it. But this is it's awesome to think about the future. Like I started having dreams about, like you just do something so much that you start dreaming about it. Like you see your coworkers in your dreams, things like that. I've started having dreams about, just all the things we talk about for the future of Altura. That's not even a lie. I'm not even making that up. That happened recently, but sweet opportunity. Just don't let it pass up. Don't let it be something that you think like, yeah, I'll do some more research on it later, because there's only 96 hours until if you come back to it eventually, it's guaranteed an increase in price because we're not listing it for less.
By the time you guys see this ad or this video clip in Times Square, I'd say the price is going to go up from $200 to $300 a little bit. Yeah. So and that's not even my decision. It's going to be, I'm probably going to mint it for a couple $100 more than that. But by the time it's going to hit $20,000-$30,000 a token, because enough of you are going to want this that you're doing it. You guys are the ones controlling the price, just like any market. I can't manipulate a whole market economy by myself. You guys set the value by how much value you feel like you're getting inside. It's like a concert ticket. If you didn't think Taylor Swift, right, was valuable, that or enough people did, that concert ticket would be $20. But because she's got this like army of followers, any city she goes to, it's thousands of dollars to get into her concert because it's backed by actual, in their minds, value. In my mind, not so much. She's okay, but like I'm not a huge Swiftie, by the way, but I like her. But you have to control the supply or you control the demand by adding value. It's the only real way. If you're not a good artist, nobody's going to buy your concert ticket. If your sports team isn't good, nobody's going to want to buy that access pass. And so if you're not delivering value in a private community, a country club or whatever it is, people aren't going to want to be members anymore. And so the only way I can guarantee this works for myself that has spent thousands of dollars on this, for my family members that have also put their faith and money on the line, that I'm going to be able to pay it off for them and provide an opportunity for them to make money at the same price that you're getting it at. You guys are now my family too in this. We have to win. And the only way we're winning this is by being persistent, being here every single day and delivering exactly what the fuck we said we were going to do. Executing the mission 100%. That's the only thing I've learned from the military. That is the most significant in getting something like this done. You don't even put the can I stop this on the table. It's like a marriage, right? If you want a marriage, if you want a relationship, if you want an operation to work, the next question you always ask is, what do I do next? Not, do I give up on this? And so I hope you guys look at us as the founders, our background, and see how that's significant for most people that are immediately going off to the Cayman Islands the second they take your money. Like scumbags, right? So I've put my face out here, which is more than most people. I've put my money on the line. I've had my family invest in this. I've been very transparent on the website, the white paper. I've been personally talking to you guys every day. I've been building up this social media and entrepreneurship presence for 7 years. It's not just like the last 7 days. So I've done everything I could. At this point, it's like, now I basically got you to the edge, and I've attached a bungee cable, and I'm saying, okay, now you can jump. I got your back regardless. If you don't jump, it's kind of like on your fault at this point.
Yeah.
And because the whole point is the jump, and if you don't do the jump, if you chicken out, then it is on you, because we need believers. We need people that are willing to take the risk to start a podcast, to sit in a hotel room and not know if they're going to even make money or completely flop, to change the world. And that's the only way it exists. That's the only way Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, got out of their position and changed in the world and made billions of dollars, just like you guys are going to soon have the opportunity to do yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the $200-300 that one NFT costs at 0.06 Ethereum is
It's almost laughable.
I know. It's laughable to us just considering how much has gone into it. And Caleb way more than me, but I just think of like the time commitment it's been for me. Like, you don't think it's a risk for me to like put my work aside, to put my personal brand aside, to put my honestly, like, it's kind of selfish of me, but time given to my wife and my marriage aside, like, for what? For all these months just to just to just a rug pull, like that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But
He's switching up on everyone. He's switching up on the day one.
That day to be a day one. We were joking about that earlier. Like, can't wait to sell one NFT.
If you guys knew Anthony, or I mean, it'd be funny if you knew him, but obviously I understand your position of like, can I trust these guys? Please take a look at my back. Go on my Instagram and look at the fact that I'm in my military service dress. I am very proud of the opportunity that I've gotten in my life to get to serve, to give back to other people. I know Anthony wouldn't want to trade that time with his wife for anything unless he knew it was going to actually pay off. And we both are this, again, like I said, quitting is not even an option. The second it's even brought up, I don't even recognize that as a valid option. And so it's just time, right? Let's say you still kept let's say the public mint, right, which will be about 0.1 Ethereum. And if Ethereum at that price is $5,000, you already know, guys, you're going to hit $500. So when you're paying $200 to $300 today, you're basically like just for every one you buy, you're just locking in money, because eventually we're going to get to that public sale phase, and you're printing money right now for free, basically, is what you're doing. So if you don't, the only reason you wouldn't believe that or feel like there's a risk to be taken is if you didn't think we were going to come back. But how many days in a row have I came back on this live stream for months, right before even ALTURA was a thing, when it was still my Ascend brand, and podcasted? This is just who I am. This is what we do. And there's no way that like my lifestyle, which I've built up and the only thing I identify as, would fall apart because of a week's worth of activity. It's I feel like the cost I would have in my life of like having to give up a podcast, my reputation, my coaching clients, my brand, everything that I've built up for a couple $1,000 for like 10 G's is like. I get it. I would want to make sure, I would want to like have that, like, is the safety net attached before I jump kind of thing. I know for a lot of you guys, you might only have $300 and you might be in high school. That's like your savings, but so I don't want to just laugh at it as it is, as much as it feels that way to me, but do your own homework. I have given you everything, the formula, the whitelist, the website, the white paper is all in front of you. If you don't think that you can trust me or trust anything that we've set up to this point yet, please do your research. I would encourage you to do your research either way. If you can't read like Anthony, then just take the website link and put it into ChatGPT and have it summarize it for you, or have it like break down the main points so you can see what we're going out to achieve, and how like mathematically, just as certain as Bitcoin is proven to go up, this is going to go up too. Did that make you sad?
No, that was funny. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
Just blank.
Can't read, can't think either.
He's a mouth breather.
Yeah.
So this is okay. Here's what it looks like. If you guys are in the process of checking out right now, if you're having issues, put a support ticket in chat, in the general chat. Don't DM me. Don't DM the mods, because we're only looking at the tickets. So be in our server, right? If you're on Rumble or whatever, link's either in my bio or it's attached to the stream. on YouTube, same thing, it's down below. So if you're on the website, go to alturasociety.com, also up here on Rumble, and click the button, and then it'll take you through and put you into the community directly. And then just ask the question. We will walk you through. Don't feel like stupid, right? Because I wouldn't know how to do this either. I still have issues trying to buy cryptocurrency half the time. So that's why we use cryptos, because when centralized systems shut down because they can't pass a budget, you need other non-centralized things to continue backing real-world value and existing, right? That can't just be changed in a moment's notice. So crypto is going to be the best thing moving forward. There's opportunities for everyone in our community to make a ton of money with crypto in the future and other opportunities surrounding that. So I'm excited. Buckle your seatbelts. And in the next 48 hours, again, if once you mint your token, go back into Discord. You'll see that channel on the bottom that says verify your NFTs. You can just go on your phone or if you minted it in MetaMask on your phone, right, go into MetaMask, the app, go into the browser, type in the Altura Society or whatever, the Discord, and then go verify your ownership, and it'll unlock all your holder channels, and it'll link it to your Discord account. So you get access, you can get in the holder community, start meeting people and interacting. And I'll be in there chatting specifically with the holders, but tomorrow we're going to do that update call and tell you guys this is what we're looking at, this is the move forward, and this mint's going to close pretty soon. So it'll close on Sunday. So if you guys don't buy it now, if we don't sell out, it's going to be open till Sunday. But it doesn't really matter how many we sell. This is us handing you the safety line. It's going to get scarier to jump later when the price goes up. We're going to take the safety line away and say, hey, now the price is $500. And other people are competing to get those as well. This is the trial mode where you guys can almost guarantee a profit. The landing is going to be a little softer if it doesn't work out or you feel like it's not going to work out. But again, I've already told you a million reasons why that's not going to happen. So can I do anything else, or can I just I think I've done enough, but
yeah, I don't know.
The horse has been beaten. The dead horse has been beaten.
The amount of times I've talked about all of the benefits of joining Altura at the end of every podcast.
You kind of have to, though, just because people join every time, but
yeah, I understand that.
There's a website, guys. There's a website. Maybe I'll do like a fun like trivia thing or something to kind of explain those, but I can't. I get tired of talking about the benefits because they're right in front of you. Just please go do your research.
Yeah.
I would, again, you shouldn't invest in anything unless you do research. Especially NFTs. Most of them are probably scams, right? And you don't want to just be I'm sure most of the people that are avid NFT investors actually do look at the art and the value. So I probably don't have to over-explain it to you guys. But this is different, right? Because we don't lead with the fact, hey, we're an NFT project. No, we're a business and entrepreneurship country club, a private syndicate of elite individuals that sure uses blockchain. But we could also use Shopify. We could use WAP. We could use a million other payment processors. Blockchain and crypto is just the best, most secure thing that we should use going forward. That's in real time, validating your membership. It's not like a concert ticket you have to scan at the door. We don't have to hire somebody to do that. You either have it in your wallet or you don't, and therefore you're a member or you aren't. And that's the only technology that really is secure enough to last another 100 years, and we know looking forward like that. So
it's also this is the direction the world is moving. I mean, you see the U.S. dollar deflating in value every single day. Mathematically, it doesn't work out for that to keep being the global standard. And what do you think we're going to switch to once the dollar is not it? Yeah. Yuan, Chinese yen. I don't know what Russia uses. Probably not. It's going to be something digital.
There's other reasons I didn't pick Solana too, just because Solana's too new. I wanted something that I knew was already around and was going to be around. Ethereum is not going anywhere. There's so many other cryptos and things that are based on Ethereum. Ethereum's been the key like NFT platform. It's like associating Bitcoin with crypto, right? Ethereum is the thing for NFTs. Solana is out there. It's cheaper, but Ethereum's also launching their advanced like 2.0 version and all that stuff, which is going to drastically reduce costs. So the fees might be a little higher, but why would you not rather have, like, if you're going to jump into something this significant for your life, why not have everything done with the best professional grade you can out there, instead of just like, oh, this meme coin based Solana thing is going to save us like $2. That doesn't really make sense. And if we're going to do it right, we know Ethereum's already working on their costs and getting it lower and stuff. let's use the best thing we can out there. That's my standard for everything. It's like Steve Jobs perfecting the inside of the initial iMac or whatever, even though nobody was going to see it. The little details of all of this matter a lot, and I hope you guys see that effort too.
Could have said it better.
I think, we're getting questions in the Discord. I see people chatting. So, mods, please be helping them out. The rest of the team is going to be here. Open tickets. I'm going to make sure all the information that we need is communicated down. We're going to have a meeting with our team after this and talk about ways we can help you guys out the next couple 48 hours, probably, although the mint's still running. Talk about what the holders are going to get. I'm going to be active in the holders chat tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow. I wanted to have this live stream. It was going to be insanely important, right? Just because you guys, most people want to see, the founders giving a shit, right? Especially, I've seen NFT projects launch where they don't say anything. It just goes live, and then they just expect people to buy them. They're like, why would I trust this random, picture with no real backing or nobody showing their face? So,
yeah.
It's like starting the American Revolution, and then George Washington, nobody knows what he looks like, or he's never spoken in public before.
I don't know if it's worse to speak about it and then just rug pull anyway, or to just not say anything. But
I feel like if I was gonna get rug pulled, I would rather know who's rug pulling me.
You can pull up at their house.
Yeah, that's what happened to people in meme coins. I remember I remember some 17-year-old kid or something that did a meme coin, and he must have stole probably $200,000 from people, and then somebody showed up at his house or something, or they kidnapped his dog or something like that. I don't even know if that's kidnapped. They just stole his dog, and it's I'm not putting myself in that position.
That's wild.
I don't even have a dog, but I think the only thing I can do at this point, Dogecoin is now above 25 cents. Just saw the update. Crypto's going up, guys. I'm telling you, NFTs are gonna be here. I showed the chart, if you guys saw it in the general chat, of September's always red or even really for crypto. October, historically, in November, Bitcoin goes up 30% and then goes up another 30% in November too. In the next couple weeks, you're gonna see crypto just spike. It already went up 5% today. So if it does that 5 more days, we've already hit the 30% for the month. And it all multiplies, right? A percentage of yesterday. So it could be 4 or 5 more days. Could be 6, 7 more days. But eventually we're gonna see insane growth, which means, right, the tide comes in. Doesn't matter how big or small your boat is, everything's gonna go up in price around it, including NFTs, right? So when people make money on the market, right, economics, might know a little bit about that with your major, but when money comes in and raises the price of the stock market, people are going to start selling. They're going to start actually liquidating their money. And so when that liquidation happens, I have $500 now that I just made on my stocks that I didn't have. What do I do with it? They turn to other assets that are going to multiply that money even further. And NFTs are going to heat back up November, probably December because of it. Which is why it's October now. This pre-sale is just getting the wheels greased up. We're not really pushing, obviously, that hard because we have 8,000 plus tokens to still get out the door. I don't even know what that is. This is not even 3% of our supply. It's 2.5% of our tokens that we're putting out right now. So it's very, very small amount that we're even listing right now because everything's going to happen when the market finally heats up in a couple weeks. But
yeah. All the more reason to be doing it now. I mean, this is a reward for you, honestly, to be holding it at this, because this price is not going to be the same. First of all, the floor price is higher than what we're listing it at right now. Bitcoin
is now above 119,000. Its all-time high was 121. I'm telling you guys, it must have heard me. It got crazy. Bitcoin's going up literally as I'm speaking. Ethereum's going up as I'm speaking. Why don't you think other assets are going to go up, except the smaller assets, like Dogecoin, 25 cents, goes up to 50, which is doubling your money. Bitcoin might only go up 30%, which is still insanely high compared to the stock market, which might go up 10 to 12% a year. But you could double your money on Dogecoin, which means you could 1,000x your money on Altura because we don't have the market yet of Dogecoin. So the percentage gain we have is like Bitcoin in 2008. You guys are going to make crazy loads of money as we deliver value by getting in when the market's not even here yet. We're early. We're the first people in the festival performing on stage, and you're the first one to walk in and check out that music. You don't know if the artist is good or bad, but you're taking a risk being there and wasting your time listening to them like you might be right now. You might feel like you are, but if everybody shows up, right? If you showed up and everybody's like, damn, this is the craziest artist in town. How'd you get that prime seating? I was here first. And so you get value by being in that hot seat. No pun intended. Why does your eye sound like that when you're itching?
I don't know. I was just itching. It was squeaking around.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up for tonight. I don't even think I want to check the sale, but there's probably going to be about almost 200 or so NFTs on OpenSea. A lot of them are going to be team and other purpose and stuff. And then obviously we'll have your guys' NFTs in there too. 200 NFTs I want to last both phases. So ideally don't mint all of them today. If we do mint all, that's fine. But I want to be able to stretch it over 2 phases to give some people that join a little bit later a chance. But there's no cap. So you can mint as many as you want today. Like you could mint 200. So didn't that one guy?
So one of our mods was like asking in the chat, how many are we gonna mint? How many are we gonna mint? Some dude said, I am going to mint between 100 and 200 NFTs. I was like, bro, we're only doing 200, right?
He's like, I'm gonna take all of them. I'll probably just refresh my computer. Those would be like wiped out. But I'm not even gonna check this. We're gonna have between 1 and 200 probably on OpenSea, right? That'll be available from this. If you don't know how OpenSea works, it's like eBay, right? You can buy something and then resell it. It will show all the NFTs that have been minted, so you'll see the exact number that have been sold between before today and today, moving forward. And some of them will have a price tag if people choose to try to sell them. I think there was just one, and it was listed at like 1 Ethereum, which is insanely high for right now, but not for the long term. But you might as well just buy one for 0.06. You might as well buy like 15 of them before you buy one for 1 Ethereum. And help us sell them and get a way better deal. Because eventually they will be at 1 Ethereum. They'll be at 5 Ethereum, and you're talking about 1,000x return on that, right? So if you guys have any questions, use the general chat, put your stuff out there, and we'll be here to help you. I'm going to be back tomorrow with him, and we'll be in a different location talking to the holders, and then we'll talk to you guys real quick. I'm excited for this next chapter. Now is when it really begins because you guys have stake on the line. I have to deliver, and that's for me is stressful. I didn't have stress as much up to this point. Now I have to deliver for you guys, and that personally is very fulfilling for me because I get to help you guys make everything real. We get to come together and design the art. We get to set up the website, the back end access, the education, all that stuff. But it's a lot. I got to deliver, and I want to over deliver and I've under promised, right? Because I've put the price really low. It should be a few $1,000s a token. I'm going to over deliver, and then hopefully you guys are going to come back and buy more maybe and might not make as much of an upside as you will buying at this price, but you're going to still realize how much value there is for this to obtain. And again, by the time we hit Times Square, it's going to be a little late to buy at the $200 price range. So if you guys have questions, let us know. You get the final talk to that. Yeah.
I hope they use a different clip than this one for Times Square because I got a chopped haircut.
You got that jarhead haircut.
Yeah, I said, please don't give me that high and tight, and they gave me the high and tight first thing. So
you did them dirty.
That's tough. But yeah, I mean, not your last chance, but kind of your last chance. First opportunity, we'll say, to get your ALTURA NFTs at a discounted price, at a price you're never going to see again, at a price that locks you in for benefits we've explained 10 times over, probably 40 times over. So,
too many in my
however many podcast editions you've had, however many conversations you've had. Anyways, you guys know what it's about at this point, and if you still aren't sure, go read the white paper, join the Discord. Costs you nothing to click join on the Discord. If you're really curious about it, just go check it out and realize that this is the time to take action. If you believe, as Caleb and I do, in the vision of what ALTURA is to become, this is the time to lock it in. Don't wait, because I promise you'll regret waiting. If you're going to do it anyways, you'll regret waiting. And if you're still not sure, I mean, like Caleb said, a worst case scenario, it's a couple $100, man. But that worst case scenario is never going to come to fruition because Caleb and I are never going to stop grinding. So that's all I got to say about that. Appreciate you guys tuning in for sure. Wagwam. What is Wagwam?
I don't know, but I hope it wasn't something offensive because somebody just commented that.
That dude's been saying that a bunch of times in the chat. I don't know what he means by that.
Is that like the?
No, I don't think it's the no. Edit that out.
He said it. All right, guys, we're real. I have skin. I'm a human being. I'm not AI. I have 10 fingers, not like the extra one. So I'm a real person. I'm in this just like you. My money's in this just like you. I have a lot more of my money in this than
Way
you
more
do.
of his money than you.
I have a lot more to lose than you. So I want this. I need this to work just as much as you guys do. At least in your case, they could just go out and buy like 10 Chipotle bowls, or they could have it. Actually, that might be. We shouldn't use that as a standard because that's
10 Chipotle.
that's a lot. You get 10 Chipotle bowls, or I'd have to buy, I don't know, a couple hundred of them to pay myself back. So we both. I mean, at the end of the day, are you really setting yourself back in generational debt if you buy it and it stays the same price? You're actually not losing any money then, but you're gonna make money. Just trust the process. Just trust.
Trust. Yeah, trust. Do not verify. I'm just
And we'll be back tomorrow. And in the chat, obviously, we're here hanging out. We're messing around.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a fun time. This is gonna be the best community of entrepreneurs. You guys are gonna get to meet us in person. Maybe even here in Dallas. Maybe in Boston. Maybe in LA. Maybe in Denver. Maybe in Ontario or Dubai or London or something. So. If you guys have questions, let us know. Thank you for the last hour, and I'm excited to get through chapter 0. This is chapter 0, really, and then we get to chapter 1 when we start selling publicly.
Yep.
But
all right, whitelist, go do your thing. It's open. Click the link.
Take care. Now we got an N3 stream, so see you guys on Rumble and all that on X. Oh, you just knocked your.
There where that one goes.